Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook. Many of you have already heard the story about the young black woman Tasia Fortune in Jackson, Mississippi. Condolences to her family. This is a young black woman, 29 years of age. She was found by neighbors hanging from a tree behind a vacant home on her block called Road of Remembrance in Jackson, Mississippi. So her neighbors found her around 9 o'clock at night. Somebody called the police. And on August 6th, the Hinds County Coroner's Office identified her as Tasia Fortune. That's who they found. They didn't know at the time. The local police haven't said how long her body had been there before she was found, and they haven't confirmed or ruled out foul play. Now, the Jackson Police Department also declined to release any incident report. They told reporters that this is an active investigation. We are not able to release any information regarding this case at this time. And her body was sent to the Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office for autopsy. People, we already know what the outcome to this is. This is a black woman. She lived in Jackson. She had family in Kentucky. She would visit and go back and forth. She has a sister. She has brothers or whatever. She has a family. But it's not much that's known about her besides that. You know, maybe some people know more. Maybe you know more. But condolences to her family.
To those stories in a moment, but first, exclusive breaking news. A man said to be a person of interest in connection with the death of a woman found hanging in a tree in Jackson has been arrested on an unrelated charge. Here's what we know. Tuesday, Terrence Anderson appeared in Jackson Municipal Court where he was charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Judge Jeffrey Reynolds set bond at $250,000. Anderson is now at the Hinds County Detention Center in Raymond. Detectives said in court that he had been interviewed in connection with the death of Tasia Fortune. He denied any involvement with her death, but told police he had been in an argument with her. Fortune was found hanging on a tree on the Road of Remembrance in Monday in Jackson. JPD could not confirm he was a person of interest. Anderson has not been charged in relation with Fortune's death.
Yeah, we don't believe that at all. Many of us don't believe that. I don't believe it. Not saying that this is some kind of good guy or something. He may even be a bad dude. I don't know. She might have been in a relationship with him, but no, we don't believe he went, took her body and put it up in the tree. Don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. But again, condolences to her family. I do have some things that I believe about this situation, you know, based off of some things that I've seen, just optics. So that's why I can't jump out the window, you know, and say what my prejudices are about certain situations until I have enough check marks to where I feel confident saying it, because I have things that I believe about certain situations that I don't say until I feel like, okay, you can hold me to that. And if I'm wrong, I'm gonna stand on that. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, that these white supremacist groups that have been going around doing these things to people in the state of Mississippi, other places, lynching people, I believe they do their homework. They do their intel. They squat on people. They move with no emotion. You know, they don't go up to random black people and fight. Hey, we're gonna fight over this and I'm gonna put you in it. No, I don't believe that. You know, they know what they want to do and who they want to get and how they're going to do it beforehand. That's what I believe, okay? And if you look at a lot of these people who they do get, or if you get details to a lot of these stories, they go for people that they believe are vulnerable for some reason at that time. And they do it in areas where they know they can get away with it, you know, where Mississippi, you can get away with doing this to a black person. Definitely in Mississippi, that's one of the states all day long you can get away with that. You know what I mean? Definitely a place where you do something to a black person, even with all the clues and details. I'm talking about Rasheem Carter type details. The white people are going to walk. Now, Jackson here, where this young lady was lynched, same place as Dalmobile. Same place where this happened to Dalmobile. Jackson is a brutal place. These white people in Jackson, Mississippi, and the whole Mississippi as a state, very dangerous. They will take you out, because the thing about it is they have home field advantage over the government in Mississippi. It's Jackson, Mississippi. The white community in Jackson, Mississippi is more powerful than anybody you think you're going to call for the government that's supposed to look into these type of situations. These people know about lynchings. You know, they don't get on social media. They don't showcase their rituals and run their mouth. They don't play around. These are serious networks of people who do their homework and they attack with no emotion. It's not based off of a fight, or I'm gonna come back and get you. And yes, I do believe white folks volunteer up their so-called black friends or people that they're in relationships with, like Dalma Bill. I believe that his wife and her family did that to him. Did they actually do it? Probably not. But I do believe that these white people in these places, they have always had like a hotline number of people that they can contact, come and do this job, look into it. And I believe it's been like that since America's been America. I really believe that there's a fraternity of this, you know what I mean? And the thing about it is, what's messed up is, I mean, they ain't all that. It's just that they have home field advantage. They in a place where they could just do anything they want. They could be sloppy. They ain't even really smooth with it. They can be sloppy, but they're going to get the benefit of a doubt. They're always going to get over because, again, they have every branch of law enforcement in their corner. You know what I mean? Sometimes they do put some of them away for whatever. Most of the times they won't. But I do believe that they're definitely going after vulnerable people, meaning you may be vulnerable for various different reasons, under the influence of drugs and drunk all the time, maybe often seen alone at a specific place and time, programmed, you know what I mean? Oh, I always see her here or him here at this time alone, boom, boom, clockwork, perfect. Maybe somebody who just loves being around white people all the time, you know, white girlfriend, white boyfriend, whatever, biracial relative. You know, somebody who lives alone, possibly, maybe like Tasia Fortune. I don't know, maybe she was living alone. You know, patterns. People who they know they can overwhelm in situations. Maybe a situation like Rasheem Carter where, yeah, he was running away. He was physically able to move. They wouldn't have been able to do that to Rasheem Carter if they were somewhere else, but they were in their backyard. They knew the woods. He had to run up in them woods and stuff like that, fields. He's got an entire mob of people hunting him. Rasheem Carter would have got away. Had he been anywhere else, they wouldn't have caught him. But that was their backyard. They did that many times before. That's a fact. You know, so I'm going to say this, man, and I'm always going to say this for anybody who can pass as a black person. If you can pass as a black person, you may want to separate from any ideas. You may want to separate from ignorant Negroes that you see on TV, you know, movements or groups that just irk you. We all have these type of black people that do that to us. You know what I mean? You may have it for your own reasons. You may be a coon and a sellout, or somebody who may want to be white to the core. I don't know. But we all have black people that we want to separate from. Like, I don't want to be around you. You know what I mean? You may be doing okay with that because we all been there. We all have people like that we do not want to be affiliated with that are black. We are not peoples. But let me tell you something, okay? That's all fine. You live in your life and it may be working for you. But your feelings do not matter when it comes to these Mayo Monster lynch mobs. Any N-word will do. They don't care if your mommy and your daddy is from Honduras, America, Brazil, Nigeria, South Dakota, South Carolina, North. Any N-word will do when they have to get somebody for whatever reason it may be. A ritual, whatever, in response to something that they seen, you know what I mean? Understand that, you know, understand that. So you may be thinking that you're separating from some black people because they got different beliefs, they got different ideals, they are just straight buffoonery, straight ignorant. You know, I get disgusted when I see some of these people, Jamal Bryant and Al Sharptons and rappers and like Jim Jones, like certain black people. I'm like, they're not my people. I don't care. But some of you are doing this also because you just want to be white and you just want to separate from black people and you don't want to be around. I'm not saying this was Tasia Fortune, but any N-word would do. These Mayo Monsters, their lynch squad, they don't go checking to see if you from here, to see what you believe, what's on your social media. Oh, he from Honduras, she from Honduras. Oh, no, leave her alone, leave him. Oh, he indigenous, leave him alone. No. Oh, no, that's one of the original Moors. No, he Dominican. No, that ain't how it go down. If you can pass for anything but white, any N-word will do. These Mayo Monsters will put you in a tree and they don't care. So going around thinking that you just minding your business, oh, I'm not like them, you are the easiest ones to get. That's the thing. You're the easiest one to get. Like, these people know what to do. They know who to go get. You're going to pay for what they get upset about. Remember during the era of Obama, how many black people got lynched? because they were just mad at that optic and what people were saying and all this pride. They were doing a lot of that in response to that. And they knew that ultimately Obama was their guy. He's probably got cousins in Mississippi. You don't know. He's probably got cousins that are part of the Klan and all that and other stuff. They knew he wasn't going to do nothing, and he didn't. But that's a whole nother topic. But listen, man, you will pay. You will pay. If you think that you're somebody who could just separate and do this, and that, and, oh, that's what they do, this what I do, any N-word would do. These lynch mob Mayo monsters don't care about none of that. All they need is a black body. You know what I mean? And a lot of these people that they putting in trees don't even know the history of lynching in America. And that's why they're all so easier to get. You know, some black person like Juliana, what's her name? Juliana Nzita from the Congo somewhere. Remember in North Carolina, the young girl, a teenager, put her in a tree. You think this girl just said, oh, today I'm gonna put myself in a tree? Come on, man. A black person, I know a black person from America, if they're gonna do that, they would just take some pills or something first, or possibly blow their beak off. Not saying it hasn't been cases where black people, you know, put something around their neck, because I actually, you know what I mean? Well, I don't even want to get into all that. But what I'm saying is, this is not something that's normal. A girl from 16, 17 from the Congo somewhere, she don't even know about the history of lynching in America. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and get in this tree. Come on, man. I want to cause some suspense. They know what's going on, man. There are lynch mobs of these guys going around. Any N-word would do. They're running down on folks. So what can we say? Watch yourself. A lot of people are saying get a gun. How could Juliana and Zita get a gun? How could a 17-year-old go get a gun? Everybody can't get a gun, y'all. Like, people say go get a gun almost like it's a phone or something. If you get a firearm, you have to be one with it. You can't just go get a gun and just, oh, I'm gonna put it down and pick. No, you have to be one with the gun. You have to know how to shoot it. You have to have gun safety rules, marksmanship. You have to have it on. You can't just, I'm gonna tuck the gun here and in case something happened, I'm gonna, no. That gun gotta be on your hip. So a lot of people ain't mentally ready to carry a gun. They'll never be, you know what I mean? Even though it'd be good if you can carry a gun, you could tuck a nice gun up under, you know what I mean? And know what to do with it and have practice with it. Everybody can't do that. So people just got to use their minds and brains and be proactive and not be surprised by anything you hear, because it's real. Yeah, it's groups going around doing this. Who knows who they have luring you in? You don't know who they have even trying to get you to a certain spot. You can pay a black person to do anything too, by the way. You could pay a black person to do anything for money. A poor Negro who just bitter and upset and don't care. It could be a white person luring you in. It could be, you never know. You just really got to watch it out here. People, get in the comments. Let me know what you know about this situation with this young lady, Tasia Fortune, and link in the description to the masterpiece. The N-word is no secret in the service. Also, link for the email list. Go ahead and holler at that. Easy.